Hey everybody, how you doing? Happy Advent. This is Christmas week, the last Tuesday morning Devo we will do in 2020. It's been a fun year doing these, but we've been doing these short shots from the Old Testament the last couple times as they relate to Christmas and Advent, the coming of the Savior. And so we talked last time about the wise men coming to Jerusalem, connecting with Herod, saying, hey, we saw this star, we know that there's this king, and it says Herod is troubled, greatly troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. He pretends like he wants to find out where this king is so that he can worship him, but we know the truth, he really wants to do the king harm. And so the wise men sort of figure this out, and they don't tell Herod where he is, they worship the baby and take off. And so Herod ends up having all the male babies 2 years and under killed to try to vanquish the world of this new king, right? We talked last time about how the 2 times in all of scriptures we see a pagan king try to kill the male babies 2 years and under is Moses when he was a little kid and Jesus when he's a little kid. And we talked about the new Exodus theme that come from that. When we start seeing these similarities between Moses and Jesus, they're all over the place. So I want to show you another kind of cool thing today. This isn't so much Moses and Jesus, but there are those themes there. Right in that mix, the angel comes to Joseph. Okay, this is Matthew chapter 2, verses 13 and following. Angel comes to Joseph. When they had gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. Get up, he said, and take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for the child to try and kill him. So he got up, took the child and his mother during the night, and left for Egypt, where he stayed until the death of Herod. And so was fulfilled what the Lord had said through the prophet, out of Egypt I called my son. Now, Matthew is very interested in seeing the birth of Jesus as foretold through this handful of prophecies. We see that language a lot. This was done to fulfill what was spoken through the prophets. Okay, so a little research will show you that this quote is actually from Hosea chapter 11, verse 1. And look how it reads. Prophet Hosea chapter 11, verse 1. When Israel was a child, I loved him, and out of Egypt I called my son. There's that quotation that Matthew pulls on. But the more I called Israel, the further they went from me. They sacrificed to the Baals, and they burned incense to images. It was I who taught Ephraim to walk, taking them by the arms. Notice the fatherly images there. Ephraim being one of the tribes, kind of a stand-in for Israel. It's like Israel's this little kid, and a father's taking him by the arms and teaching him how to walk. It was I who taught Ephraim to walk, taking them by the arms. But they did not realize it was I who healed them. I led them with cords of kindness, cords of human kindness, with ties of love. I lifted the yoke from their neck and bent down to feed them. So notice some of these images that we see here. Out of Egypt I have called my son, direct reference to the Exodus and how God led Israel out of Egypt. The kindness, the fatherly images, as if Israel is this like little toddler being led out. And then fast forward to And by the way, Israel then rebels. The more he calls to Israel, they rebel and they turn to other gods. And then fast forward to the time of Jesus. Jesus actually is a little baby, a little toddler, and he goes to Egypt, his family, to escape. And then that gives them the opportunity to say, out of Egypt I have called my son. It's almost like, from a typological perspective, to kind of get these themes in play, it's almost like Jesus had to go through Egypt at some point, right? The same way Israel was in slavery and was called out, Jesus sort of prophetically, typologically, thematically goes to Egypt and comes out. And where Israel went wrong by following idols and other gods, the prophets tell us, Jesus is going to get right. And so we're going to see that. Pretty cool themes there we see Matthew ruminating on. So friends, Merry Christmas. Hope you're doing well. If you want more information on Holy Land Ventures, check out holylandventures.net. We just sent a new newsletter this week with some updates on the next year and kind of what's going on. But thank you for watching these and joining us. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and we'll see you guys soon. Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. God bless.